What is up, my cranky crew? It's either for CrankGameplays, and today we are back in more reading your comments, but this time on the Twitter times. If you want to be in the next reading your comments video, you can either leave your comments below, or you can tweet me, or I do other comment things sometimes. But if you tweet me, make sure you use the hashtag CrankyComments, because if you don't use it, then your tweet won't be in the video, because that's how I find the tweets, is using the hashtags. Okay, let's get to the Rumble Zone! If you could live in any state in the US besides the one you live in now, where would you live? I don't really know where I'd want to live, to be honest. When I was in high school, I really wanted to leave where I live right now. I just wanted to get out. I wanted to move somewhere else. I wanted to go to LA really badly. I don't know if I'd still really want to move to LA. I don't think that I really do, but I might want to move to California. Some part of California someday. I don't know. I really like California, and it's really nice weather there. But I don't know. That's a really hard question to, like, narrow it down to one state. Like, maybe California, maybe Texas, maybe somewhere else entirely. I don't really know. I really like the area that I live in now, though, even though I hate winter a lot. Winter sucks. I really like the town that I live in. Like, I'm really close to the city. If you can even call it a city. It's a very small city, but it's, like, really cool, and all my friends are here. And I really like it a lot. If a dank crank could crank dank, how much dank would he crank? All the dank. Right? Yeah, no, all the dank. How lit are you, fam? Well, fam, RN, I'm, lit AF. Always lit AF RN. What was the weirdest situation that you've been a part of? The weirdest situation that I've been a part of? That's an interesting question. I don't really get into weird scenarios. Like, I've never been in a situation where I'm like, this is really weird. Well, actually, I have been in a situation like that before. The first year that I went to Indie PopCon, I was hanging out with Mark and Jack a lot. And it was the first time that I had, like, really hung out with them before. And so that was a situation that was really weird, because I was just like, this is weird, That's not really, like, a weird situation, though, because at that time, I was just, like, freaking out on the inside, and I was like, I'm around all these really cool, YouTubers and stuff, but it's not really, like, a weird scenario. Like, when I think of a weird scenario, I think of, like, I was in the situation where this giant, truck flew out of the sky. That's never happened to anyone, ever. But I don't know. That's probably the weirdest situation, I guess, was the first year that I went to Indie PopCon and just, like, hung out with a bunch of YouTubers, I guess. It's boring. You said you used to do gymnastics. Are you still able to do any of the stuff you learned? I can still do, like, a lot of tumbling stuff, like a lot of flips and stuff on the ground, but if we're talking about, like, apparatuses like high bar and parallel bars and pommel horse and stuff, I doubt that I know that I can't do the stuff that I used to be able to do, because I haven't trained in years. It's been almost, weird. It's been 3 years. That's odd. But I can still do, like, flips on the ground, but, like, the other stuff, like doing legit, like, skills and things and stuff. I'm being so vague right now. Higher level skills, I wouldn't be able to do anymore. Like, the stuff that I was training back when I was actually training, I wouldn't be able to do that anymore, but I can still do a lot of the basics. Like, I can still do a backflip and stuff, and I can still do, like, twisty flips and things like that. Sunday! Get ready for the super mega brawl of the lifetime! Do you want to see heads being ripped off of bodies? Do you want to see men, women, children screaming for their lives? Everyone's on fire! It's really hot in here. Why am I yelling so loudly? What would you want to be written on your tombstone? I don't know, probably something really accurate like CrankGameplays, copy Jacksepticeye. If you could change one generation in time, what would you change and why? Are you talking about me changing things in time, or are you talking about me changing so I would be a part of a different generation, if you know what I mean? Because if you're talking about changing things in time, I don't want to fuck with time at all, in any way. There's all these, like, scenarios of people being like, if you could go back and prevent, like, World War II, would you do it? Anything. No, I would not change anything in the past, because one little butt hair that gets messed with, like, the whole world get changed forever. So I don't want to, even though there have been horrible things in the past, I don't want to change anything, because the future and the present would be so fucked with, and it would be completely different. So I don't want to change anything with time. But if I could change, like, the generation that I lived in, I think that I would want to probably live in I don't know, I wouldn't change it that much because I really love technology a lot and I'd want to be a part of like technology. So I think that I would probably want to live like in the times when like my parents grew up, like in the 60s and 70s and stuff, because it was real hip and cool back then. And also, I've been obsessed with Stranger Things recently. I watched it in one sitting, which was a lot, but I just really like that time frame, and they did it really well, and it just was like, oh, I want to live back then. It seems so cool. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Also, do you prefer dark or neon blue for your hair? For my hair, I actually prefer the darker blue. I really like the darker blue a lot. I think it looks really good. And the neon blue faded, when it faded to a green, and it was like not a super good green that I liked. And so this just fades to like a lighter blue, and then like at the roots it starts to get into like a weird green color sometimes when it fades, but I think it fades into a good color and I just like the color that it is, so darker blue. And then where do I see myself in 10 years? I don't know. That's a really tough question. I hope that I'm still doing YouTube in 10 years. Like I'm gonna do YouTube as long as I can, until I die, because I love it so much. So, well, not until I die. I'm gonna do it until I don't love it anymore, and I hope that I love it forever, because I love it so much right now, and so I hope that I keep liking it. And so if I keep liking it, if I still like it in 10 years, I hope that I'm still in a place where I can do YouTube in 10 years, and maybe I would like to be in a place where I could just do YouTube, because I don't want to do anything else. I just want to make videos. And then 10 years from now, I would be 29. So I hope that like I have like a girlfriend or like a wife or something. You don't need to have a wife at 29. You don't need to have a wife at all. But I hope that I have found someone that I really love a lot. And yeah, I don't know. I hope that Trump isn't president. Favorite Overwatch characters? This is a tough one because I've been switching out my Overwatch characters a lot recently, just like playing with a bunch of people. And for the record, I know that everyone plays Overwatch all the time. I have barely played Overwatch. I am an extremely busy person and I just don't have really any free time. So I play Overwatch like every once in a while. So I barely have any hours logged on that game. I'm horrible at it, although I love it a lot. It's super fun, and whenever I do get a chance to play it, I do play it, but that is not a lot. So just keep that in mind. I like Hanzo a lot. I have recently been using Junkrat a lot. I really like Junkrat. He's really cool, and he's got cool grenades and like traps and stuff, and I like that. I also really like Pharah. Pharah's awesome. She's great. Oh, she's so cute. And I have a really awesome skin for her because I got one of the legendary skins in a loot box. So, yeah. She looks cool. Do you like when people draw fan art for you? For some reason, when I did this Twitter comments video, I got this question a few times, and I don't know why, because I think I've expressed a lot that I love it when people make art for me, and when people make anything for me. And I asked you guys to tweet me fan art that you guys had made me in the past, because I want to start saving all of it, because I don't want it to just get lost in the internet. I want to be able to save it on my phone, or whether you guys like send it to my P.O. box. I want to save it in some way so I can look at it, because there are so many times where like I'll think of something that someone made for me and then it's just lost in the internet forever and then I can never find it again. And it's really sad. So I'm gonna start saving all the fan art that I get. I usually do, but there have been a lot of things that I've missed. I love it when you guys make stuff for me, especially fan art, because you guys are so incredibly talented, and like some of you guys are really, really great artists. And the cool thing too is that like there have been a lot of people that have been watching the channel for a long time, and I've seen them progress in their art over the years, and it's really, really cool. Like I've seen so many people get so much better at art and see like their sort of style evolve over the years, and that's really awesome to see. Is there any chance that we could do another Omegle meetup with you? The last one was really fun. Yes, I do plan on doing another Omegle meetup soon. I don't know when that's gonna be, so I don't actually know how soon is, but I do plan on doing another one. I really, really want to do another one because a lot of you guys missed out on the one last time, and obviously the channel has grown since the last one that we've done. But doing Omegle meetups are so much fun because not only do I get to see all of you guys, but I get to see a lot of you guys that I don't get to see at conventions, because although I do get to see a lot of you guys at conventions, there are a lot of you guys that can't go to conventions or aren't able to travel to go to conventions or whatever. And so it's really cool to just like get a chance to meet the people that I can't meet at conventions. And so that's awesome. And I love talking to you guys so much. It's so much fun. So hopefully before the summer ends, even though I know that people have already started school, which is really crazy to think about because it seems like it's only August 12th. So, I mean, it's still early August. I didn't think that school started up that early for most people, but I guess they do. But I would like to do one before the summer ends, before September, just so then we can do one last fun thing for the summer. I think that would be really fun. So hopefully I'll plan one really soon. Do your Toria voice? This is something that is really odd to me because when I made my Undertale series, I went into Undertale knowing nothing about the game. My friend Lainey told me that I would really like Undertale, and I had no idea what kind of game it was. I didn't know if it was gonna be like a one-off video or if it was gonna be a long Let's Play for the channel. I soon figured out, like right after I posted my first episode, that it was gonna be a longer Let's Play and like a much bigger deal than I thought it was gonna be. But like when I posted my first video, I had like the weirdest Toria voice, and I stuck with it because I really enjoyed doing it and I thought it was a lot of fun. But I thought that other people were gonna hate it. But a lot of people actually liked my Toria voice, which is really cool. And I'm glad because, like, in the comments of the Undertale series, and if you haven't watched the Undertale series and you want to, I'll leave a link below. That was one of my favorite series ever. So much fun. But I was so worried that everyone was gonna hate it. But they like the Toriel voice. Toriel is the best mom in the whole world. She's the best godmom, and she takes you into her arms. Oh, Mr. Toriel, I am Toriel. I will bake you all of the butterscotch pies. Ooh. What was that, like, Miss Frizzle thing at the end? Ooh. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to end the comments reading your videos. What? I'm going to end the reading your comments video here. I always like doing these, and I'm glad that I got back into the swing of things as far as these go, because there was sort of a dry spell with the comments videos. So where am I going? I don't know. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to slap that like button right in the face. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love you all. Stay cranky. Bye. Drone was attacking you apes, so locate them somewhere else. Okay, we gotta put the apes somewhere else because a drone was attacking. There was a oh my god, there was a drone attack on Harambe! No!